Welcome back, everybody, to Turn Order Warped, Season 2, Episode number 13. Welcome back. We will be using mature language. Prepare yourselves accordingly. Please do whatever you have to do that, whether it be using cotton balls or, just getting really drunk to the point where you don't understand what's going on. Or just, I don't know, not listening to me in any way, shape, or form because I have horrible plans.
No. Definitely do that. Definitely listen to this and watch it, okay?
And listen to it and watch it. And, you need to listen to it and watch it multiple times.
Where do I put the cotton
and retweet
balls?
the stream.
That's a great
Yes.
question, Valkyrie.
You should.
Where do you put the cotton ball? That's a great question.
Well, it depends.
We'll leave it up to your imagination.
An hour.
Do you know
Okay.
what sounding is? Do you know what sounding is? I'm just saying, just get a sounding rod and use it to jam the cotton ball down. Peachy knows exactly what sounding is, and I think he's having the vapors right now. I broke all my stuff.
I mean, I'm like, everybody can, each to your own and whatever, but there's just some things that I will question every time. And that is one of them.
I'm a scientist. Oh, wait, no, Peachy's a scientist. I'm an engineer. Just get some gaffer tape. Rub it down there.
So, let's talk a little bit about what the other characters are doing. Fuzzy, what has Betty been doing in this month, sort of downtime here? What's been going on with Betty?
Sorry, bad pants just got me laughing. Right. Right. Betty has been probably, told that she's, being attached to the Marines now, and she's been like, ooh, all right then. Never had a chance to have a go with them. Has probably attempted to winnow her way through a fair amount of the Marines, and also done some, basic training and, whatnot. But, she obviously has a reputation.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You
But a lot of Marines and whatnot have kind of recognized the fact that you guys have been a part of several very key missions for the Arcadia. So the transition hasn't been as difficult as you would assume, except for, of course, the Marine officers that you are, forced to be around, I guess. Those are the only people that have probably taken a bit of, I don't know. Probably they've started heavily medicating. I'm guessing something along those lines. Probably heavily medicating. Just to kind of deal with the typical sexual harassment that Betty doles out.
Yeah, Betty walks in. Betty doesn't get hazed. It's all like, Betty walks in, it's just like, yeah, we're gonna, all right, lads. Oh, fuck. Oh, is that the time? Well, yeah, drill, things, exercise. I don't know.
Yeah.
Clean my gun again. It's the third time
I
today.
like it.
You can drill me for exercise, you know what I'm saying?
So,
I do apologize.
Betty, you have been given some Marine stuff as well. I'm gonna say that you've gotten yourself
Actual body armor.
you've gotten yourself a phaser pistol, and
I already had a phaser pistol.
well, it's a Marine issue one now.
Right,
A
the other
little
one just
badge
died.
on the handle says Marines. So you know.
Exactly. Let's see what else.
I would also like to use my Tinkerer exploit on my phaser pistol, which I keep forgetting to do.
Okay. What does that do for you?
Boreans may designate one item of equipment which they own. That item permanently gains one bonus quality level. If the item is lost or destroyed, the Borean
That's a big deal. That is a big deal. You've gone up to I believe it's high quality now. Let me just double check on that. Yes. So high quality. It's now a plus 1d6 to the attack roll dice pool.
So that's 3d6 plus 2 then.
So what's your agility dice pool?
4.
Yeah, it's not your attack damage. It's your attack roll.
Oh.
So so your agility dice pool is a 4.
Yes.
You're at 10 on agility?
Yeah,
Holy
remember
shit.
I remember I took one out of strength and put it in agility so I could get
Yeah,
next. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that's really good. So your pistols, yeah, so basically now you can roll max when you're rolling for your phaser pistol. So you went from a 3d6 to a 66. That's a hell of an upgrade to attack now. So it's much easier for you to hit things. Yeah, your max was an 18 and now you're at a 36. I mean, that's pretty fucking good. That's a good career upgrade right there in terms of hitting
Hell
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. So the Tinkerer. So yeah, we're gonna mark that as I guess put in parentheses like in the notes or something like high quality.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I think you've just been kind of getting acclimated to the Marine lifestyle. It's quite a bit different, and I think difficult for you to adjust. You have been a police officer before, but being a sort of in a communal environment with different races and things, you're not quite used to the level of straight up like discipline that's required.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
I would say that it's probably grating on your personality quite a bit because you're being ordered to do a lot of stuff and told to shut up a lot and those kinds of things. Your typical sort of basic training with any kind of military outfit. So I think take that to note, when you're kind of doing stuff as Betty now. I've got you marked on the screen here as Borean Marine Patrol. I don't know if that's what you want your title to be. I was just kind of improvising here.
Combat engineer?
Combat engineer?
Because, Right, Marine, you're under fire. Go and fix that thing. Marine!
Maybe we'll say marine engineer. Maybe we'll say that.
Cool.
Does that sound good?
Yep.
Okay, let's do that. Marine engineer. Okay. So I think that like in general, it's been relatively quiet on the ship without the with the exception of the things that we talked about, with the Gorilloids and the staff changes and stuff like that. But there hasn't been like any more attacks on the ship by the Secret, and you guys haven't been going out on any insane missions as of yet. You've kind of been quiet. Things have been kind of quiet while all this stuff's been going on. Okay, Simon. What about you? I think before we start with anything, let's get a will check from you.
Fortunately, I'm better at this.
Yeah, you can add your hardy as well.
Yeah, I could add things. Okay, so this will be a 5d6 roll. Well, plus my hardy. 17.
Okay. Not enough.
Didn't think so.
So, every use of the drug that Dr. Icarus has given you, you'll notice that it's harder and harder to stick to the dosage that was recommended. You found yourself taking 2, on rare occasion maybe 3 doses.
And it is so good.
And you'll notice, like, when you do, you get kind of get knocked out of commission, right? So there've been some days where you've shown up for duty as you've sort of become part of the Marine Force. that you've been severely disciplined, threatening to basically kick you out because of the drug use. I mean, it's straight up just impeding you completely.
Yeah, and I feel like it's at that situation now where people can definitely tell. I think before I could maybe keep it under wraps somewhat, but I'm looking particularly haggard.
Tweaking hard.
But it's not as if he's not used to corporal punishment, so whatever. Maybe that's how I earned my battle scars. Not actually from being in battle, but just from being punished all the time. Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't have went into the Marines with a lot of enthusiasm. So when they're like, we'll kick you out, Simon's not mouthy enough to say it, but I'm definitely thinking, I don't care. I don't care. Like, I don't really care for the military in general. So when they'll like get up at this time and go and do this,
I mean, you've been sent through like basic training, and for the Marine Corps, and Betty was also part of that. You guys were probably in like the same training class, because they have been taking a lot of civilians and putting them into Marine and Navy roles. The increase in the military presence on the ship has gone up quite dramatically. We'll say something like 10 to 20%, I think.
And was
increase.
this something that the new captain decided when they came in? Or?
Yeah, definitely. I think this is something that all of them, even the new captain, kind of came up with. That the, even the diplomats are kind of terrified that they could die and whatnot. And Captain Narat has definitely, thought about the political ramifications if the ship is attacked and there's not enough people to defend. That's going to fall on her for sure.
Okay. So I assume I'll still be doing some medic duties as well. So I'm kind of split between my Marine training and spending time in the med bay doing shifts there, and then trying to hide from everyone. And if we still have Volkar on the ship, I'll probably spend time with him on occasion as well.
Okay. So with the relations strained between the Guerrilloids and the rest of the ship, I think that the time that you spent with Volkar, give me a charisma check. If you have any kind of diplomacy or anything close to that, you can add that.
Nah, I got nothing that I can steal. So I went from doing a really good roll. That's my charisma roll.
A 1d6? Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, I'm not charismatic.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
Because you were playing him so charismatic.
Wow.
Jesus. Okay. Even things between you and Volkar have not been going well. No. As soon as basically as soon as the talks began of leaving planet Zeus to sort of to the Secret, like the relations between you and Volkar immediately like plummeted. He basically I would say there's probably a scene where he just straight up like told you off and threatened you.
Yeah, that would definitely set me back some, because I kind of saw him as my friend, and for him to kind of let politics and military bullshit, which are some of my least favorite things, kind of just end that. Yeah, I probably retreated to the dark corner of my room for a while after that one.
Yeah.
Do you need more diamonds, Simon?
Definitely, probably leaning on that a bit more. Because you didn't really think about when you were designing it. It wasn't designing it with the purpose of not being overly addictive or anything like that, right? You just want to make it stronger.
Yeah, stronger.
Yeah.
Simon, since you have been doing more diamond, I think that you would notice that you've sort of been able to manipulate other people's emotions while on diamond. It happened first just kind of accidentally. Maybe when you were, in the med bay or something, and there was maybe some kind of heated conversation or something like that, and you just kind of reacted to you were trying to read somebody's emotions, and your sort of switches got crossed, like probably like in a cold sweat or something while you're on diamond and freaking out a little bit. You probably altered their emotions. So this is something you've noticed while you've been on diamond. Have you tried to use it in any other ways?
Yeah, I definitely would have tried to use it after that. I probably would have tried it on someone like Betty or Dr. Deck, like rather than a random person, like someone I knew.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd probably go looking for them.
Totally Betty.
All right, cool. Yeah, it can be Betty, no problem. So I'd have ran into Betty and just...
Right.
Yeah, I probably came looking for you around about, the lunchtime or something like that, and found you in the cafeteria.
Betty, give me a perception check.
That's what is it now? 3d6 now. Wow, shiny.
Wow, a 13. Okay. It's not easy to see that or it's not difficult to see rather that Simon is kind of a bit off, more so than his usual outward appearance. He sort of comes up to you, and his movements are a little weird. He's probably sweating like a little bit.
I would say as well that normally I'm kind of trying to avoid eye contact with people, but I probably seem more zoned out rather than trying to ignore people.
Are you there? You're looking a bit, sweaty and,
Yeah, I just wanted to...
Have you got like a layer of wax on your skin?
No, it was just a little hot.
All right, whatever.
I just wanted to ask you how you're feeling.
You sure you're all right?
Yeah, and then it would be at that point where I would try and just mentally try and force an emotion on you.
Sure. So
Oh.
Why are you looking at me like that?
So I think what I'd like
Make
to
him
do.
more horny.
I think what I'd like to do, because I don't think there's an actual exploit for this. I think we're gonna make one. So
Homebrewing.
while you're on diamond, why don't we call this one emotion influencer?
Okay.
And
I'm an influencer.
while you're on diamond, you can influence the emotions of others, and the more doses you take, the more dice you get to roll when you're trying to affect their emotions. So what I'm going to say is you start with basically a D6 roll added to your psi, that will allow you to mess with their emotions. You have to beat their mental defense, and also in the process, I think there's a danger as well. Since you're on Diamond, this is a drug that's doing this. I think that you have a risk of hurting the person.
Please don't make my head explode. Thank you.
Yeah. So
would that be on like a critical fail on my part, for example, a triple one?
Yeah, I think if you fail, it's not going to do anything. It just fails. But if you get a critical fail, I think that you're going to hurt the person. And it's going to be dependent on how many doses you've taken. So the more doses you've taken, the more intense the failure and success. So I'm going to say, let's come up with a few different emotions, and I'm going to make a rollable table for this.
Ooh.
I think I'm going to make a rollable table. So let's say, let's just make an emotion table.
So if we go for a D6 table, so I get 6 good emotions. So like calm and angry, happy and sad.
So say
are good
calm,
ones.
Angry.
And then some funny ones just for
happy.
Scared?
Sad.
Oh yeah, fear's a good one. And then aroused.
Fear. And arousal. Okay. Okay. So, we're gonna say that you roll your psi plus a d6 to start with, and for every dose over that you go, you add another d6 to the attempt. Now, if you get a critical success, you get to choose the emotion. If you get a critical fail, you are going to hurt the person that you are trying to affect their emotions. And that will be a d6 of damage that is not absorbed by soak for every dose you go.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I think in this instance of the first time trying it, yeah, I'd probably just be my standard dose. I wouldn't dose up extra. So plus 1d6. Do I add my telepathy to that?
No.
Okay.
It's just your psi plus this.
Please don't kill me, thank you.
So it's 5d6.
It's almost like another skill, but with a caveat.
Are you doing the 11 thing? It's like,
I just actually been watching Stranger Things with Mrs. Z. We just finished watching season 1. It's awesome. Anyway.
I've only watched the first 3 episodes and then I got scared and stopped.
5d6 versus Betty's mental defense.
Yes, it can happen.
An 18.
The fuck is my mental defense? 11. Yep, totally.
Okay, so and I'm gonna put this in our Zoom just so you can have the command, so you can make a macro for it. But it's /R1T bracket, open bracket, and then emotions close bracket. So there it is in Zoom.
Nice. Okay, I'll paste that in for now. No table found with that name.
What? Did I just name it? Oh, get rid of the S on emotions.
Okay. Calm.
Okay, which is probably like an interesting thing for Beth. She's normally a bundle of energy, and she's just.
Right then. I'm just gonna right.
Think I'll go light a candle.
We might just go and have a nice lie down. I think I fancy reading a book or something. Oh yeah, that's lovely. Right. We don't know why. I just got this lovely wave of. It's like right after an orgasm, but without the orgasm. Wonderful.
Okay. So you feel good then? You think?
Oh, what? Yeah. I feel lovely. Right. Yeah. So, what do you want, by the way? Why are you asking me how I feel? That's just weird, you know?
Oh, I just turn around and walk away.
Right then. Oh well, I'm sure he'll be fine.
Betty's turns around and starts like humming or something.
Yeah.
Betty just pulls out some knitting from somewhere and it's just like knit one per one.
It's gaffer tape that she's using as
No. It's obviously like, you know, copper wire she just stripped from something. She's just like
crocheting with copper wire.
Yeah.
So
You can do that. I've done that.
After seeing that it
Of course, she's totally crocheting a copper thong.
after seeing that it worked that way, I'd probably go see Dr. Dick.
Yes.
Hi. Hey, Doc.
Simon. Hang on.
Just give you a bag of diamond and just like, there you go, ignore you.
Oh, thanks, but that's not why I'm here.
What?
So, I tried something out.
Good. Glad you're trying new things, Simon.
Oh, these, I can do more when I've had some.
You can do more when you've had someone.
Yeah, with...
Good talk. Good. I'm glad that you can do more. What on earth are you babbling on about, Simon?
I think I can, influence people's emotions.
Oh. When you're using
Only when
Dicky diamonds.
Yeah. only with the Dicky diamonds. I couldn't do it with the normal ones.
Interesting. Take a seat, Simon.
I'm gonna get like a blood pressure thing. I want to take his blood.
Yeah, I mean they don't have the cuff anymore. Like it probably just you push a button on like a little display and it's like in 2 seconds you have the blood pressure.
Well, blood pressure's quite low. Right, show me a vein. Do you have any left?
I think because I've got like such pale translucent skin, it's just like perfect looking for vein skin. Like you can just see them right the way through.
But they're all really weak and they just like shy away from the needles.
I actually imagined. Did you guys ever see? Oh God, what the fuck was that movie? That movie with Jennifer Connelly and the other guy, the really weird one that was about drugs, specifically heroin.
Where
his arm gets all infected.
Yeah.
Requiem for a Dream.
Yes, Requiem for a Dream. Where he's got that fucking nodule on his vein. Oh my God, I almost vomited.
That's not good.
I've never seen Requiem for a Dream. I've been warned never to watch Requiem for a Dream because I really don't deal well with depressing films.
It's really fucked up.
It.
It's really fucked up.
I was just there like, no.
It's a one watch thing. Okay, I've seen that now. Never again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, I've heard about it. I'm aware of what happens. I've read the plot wiki, and I'm just like, I don't want to watch that. I'm okay with not watching that ever.
Yeah. Funny story. Last time I was getting blood taken, which was a couple of weeks ago, the nurse took my blood, but then it looked bubbly inside the tube, and I was like, "Am I carbonated?" She didn't find it that funny. I think she maybe just thought I was stupid.
She probably went in the back room and go, "Doctor, there's another carbonated joke again."
Yeah, they probably heard that a million fucking times. That's more likely.
I thought it was funny, Scott.
Yeah, when you do my surgery, I'm going to ask them to do me medium rare.
I'm sure that will increase them. Yeah. Actually, you don't want to tell funny jokes whilst they've got like.
The surgeon's gonna be like, "You realize you could actually die from any minor surgery at all? You realize this?"
It did. I shouldn't make them laugh because they're going to be like super near blood vessels. And
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Anyway, you take my
We
blood.
sort
It
of
looks like
cauterized
human
to major blood.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'd take some blood and just
I
run
hold
it through.
down the little cotton ball.
okay, what are you trying to do with the blood?
I just want to see how well it's dispersed through his system, and if there's a way that I can improve it getting through his system.
Do you want to make it more efficient?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, okay. So, like, he's like triple dosing and stuff.
Yeah. You've already worked on this drug, so I think this is going to be very hard, but you can do it.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me a logic plus your chemistry.
Okay.
Oh, definitely not. You basically when you're like analyzing this, you realize that he's definitely triple dosing at times, and that he basically you think you've improved on the drug as much as you can, and he's basically stuck with what he's got. And
Simon, are you exceeding the stated dose I gave you?
Did you give me a dose? I don't remember. I've just been taking as much as I need.
Right.
I just reach over and grab the bag. I'll put it back in my drawer.
Simon, you're building up a resistance, therefore you need to take more of it. It's not good for you, eh?
I feel okay. He says, looking like
How
a
does he
fucking
look?
mess.
Does he look like...
So give me a basic perception check, I think, Dr. Icarus.
4?
Well, you look fine.
Simon, give me an endurance check. And I think it's not hardy that you're rolling here. I think it'd be like endurance plus bluffing.
Yeah, it's just gonna be my endurance. Should be enough to beat this unless it's
It's
triple
gonna
one
be.
it.
You're not necessarily trying to beat him.
Okay.
You're trying to hide the.
Sweat, twitches,
Yeah.
shortness of breath.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I think so. Dr. Icarus got a 4 and Simon got a 9. So I think in this case it's not a direct roll off. I think it's just I think it's like basic perception versus trying to hide something that's quite obvious at this point.
I think it's super obvious.
Yeah, it's super
I would
obvious.
notice.
Dr. Icarus, you notice for sure that he's not looking well. Like he's got like bags under his eyes and dark circles, and he's sweating quite a bit.
We need to... You need to be prescribed. You can't be taking all this, Simon. You're going to burn out and then you'll be useless to me.
I need to take it. No.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
Can I give someone a call in medical?
Sure, absolutely.
I have a contact here.
Okay.
Dr. Corinne, is it?
I would
Corinne?
most certainly try and stop you from calling people.
You're like in a medical chair, and I'm not a hospital doctor. I'm more of a it's alive doctor.
Did you strap me in?
Oh, come on, of course. Sometimes they convulse.
Probably not on purpose. That's just how the chair works, right?
There's probably this very awkward moment of clamp.
Can you
It's totally got the neck clamp.
can you let me out, Doc?
Yeah, not a problem.
No.
Nope.
Okay, so Dr. Icarus, you're going to contact Dr. Corinne.
Can I influence him?
Oh, you want to use your new
Yeah,
your new
I would
thing.
definitely be, because I'm panicking, because I think he's going to tell my senior and the medic thing about my problem, which would get me kicked out of medical. It would get me my drugs taken away from me. It's like the worst fucking situation possible. So I'm panicking. So I'm like,
Okay.
It's an intervention.
So
son.
I think what I'd like, since you are panicking, and I'm just throwing up the colony ship, the Arcadia screen here, just so people can see. The chief medical doctor aboard the ship is Lieutenant Dr. Kieran. She's a female Borean. I would like a will check, I think, from Simon first.
Okay.
This is going to be will plus I'm going to say will plus concentration.
Okay. I assume this is a pretty difficult check.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. 66, though.
17. Okay. So you're trying to stabilize yourself enough to do this. It does require quite a bit of concentration to make this attempt at influencing other people's emotions.
Yeah, because it's really new to me. So
what's going to happen is you can still make the attempt, but the difficulty will go up. Dr. Dick will get an increase to his mental defense, essentially. So make a check. Your psi plus your one dose. So this is going to be 5d6. Dr. Dick, what's your normal mental defense?
14.
Yeah, it's going to be increased by 6. So he's got to beat a 20.
23.
Oh!
23. Okay. So Simon, blood starts to trickle down your nose as you from your nose as you you feel the sort of connection with Dr. Dick Icarus's emotions. And how would you like to influence them? What's your goal emotion? You're still gonna have to roll from the table. What are you trying to do?
I am trying to. I'm probably trying to put fear in him.
Okay.
To try and scare him into doing what I want.
Okay. So, give me your the table. Let's see which one you get, because you did not get a crit.
Please no Reza. Fuck, made him angry. That may be good because he's just spawning up Dr. Crane. So,
yes, anger starts to cloud your vision, Dr. Icarus, as you realize the implications of Simon mishandling the drug that you gave him to help him. Yeah, he's taken advantage of your kindness and your goodwill.
Doc, you gotta let me out.
Simon, please. I'm trying to do this for you, so we can get you a prescription. You know what?
And I'm gonna call Doctor. I'm gonna send a memo to Dr. Kieran. And I'm angry, boy.
But they don't know about it, so
if I can't get through to her, I'll just send a memo.
Okay, so you're gonna try and contact her. I would like you, Dr. Icarus, to roll me your luck dice pool.
8.
An 8 on a 3d6. You're not able to get through to her. She has she basically has a voicemail activated on her communicator right now that only priority messages are able to get through.
Isn't it annoying when they put you straight to voicemail? Doesn't that piss you off?
And I, with all my might, I'm gonna just smack the monitor of my computer.
Do you break any bones?
The monitor just like wobbles like a little bit.
Your wrist shatters like glass.
Doc, they don't know about it.
They call me Dr. Glass.
Know about what?
My medication. I don't think they'd let me if they knew.
I don't care. You're a test subject. You're not even a human right now.
My filters disappear because I'm angry. Can I roll my luck dice to see if I've got some kind of like I can administrate drugs to him right now?
Man, you're so fucking lucky I don't have anything telekinetic, or you'd be fucked. I would smash things. I would telekinesis myself out of this fucking chair and whip your ass.
So,
Why is he so angry?
So I'm like feebly trying to like push myself out of the chair, but I got a strength score of 2, so I can't do shit. I can barely wave my own ass.
You're lucky I didn't throw away the diamond, bro.
okay, so Dr. Icarus, you could just administer drugs to him. I mean, he's clamped down in a chair. What do you do?
Yeah, but I'd really like to just push a button. That's why I'd like to.
So, I mean, in terms of like, you could see what you have available.
Oh yeah. What?
Give me
from my cocktail of drugs.
Is Thick still being your lab assistant also? Or I mean your table or whatever she was last time she was there?
No, who the hell would do that? Who the hell would do that? What you luck, right?
Luck, yeah.
Let's see what we've got. 17.
Jesus fucking.
On a 3d6. Oh, let's head to the drug section. Let's see what he's got. An angry mad doctor that's got you clamped to
where's
a
the drug
chair.
section? Let me open up the PDF.
Head to the drugs section. There's an entire chapter of drugs.
Of course there is.
Okay. So,
Doc, you gotta let me out. I need to.
I would like you to roll me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Roll me a D23, please, Dr. Icarus.
Doc, don't. I gotta poop.
1d23.
We all know that that's a lie with those drugs.
No, that's right. Okay.
A 23.
You actually
You
crit.
got
You
it.
surprise yourself. You got 4 crits out of
Truth
4,
drugs. Is that what it is?
It's truth drugs, yes.
Oh.
I lied, Doc. I don't gotta poop. I was just trying to get out.
So, okay. So truth drugs came up from the table. You basically have the equivalent of a sodium pentothal kind of thing going on here. And you just, you've had it with Simon's back talk.
I think he can still resist this.
He can.
Probably not in my current state, because how fucked up I am in my other drugs. But
Yeah,
we'll see.
he can actually try to resist this, yes. The difficulty will increase. So you've cobbled together this sort of truth drug serum, and I would like Simon for you to make a will check. You can add your hardy to this. It will be extremely difficult for sure.
Okay, so well plus my hardy, my newly acquired hardy, coming in clutch twice already. Well,
Hardy is one of the most useful skills that I can see.
So it's 5d6 total for me, and I get.
Oh God!
13 out of 5d6 for 3 1s.
Right then, Simon. Now you're a little more pliant.
So your
What's
vision,
wrong with androids?
your vision starts to just kind of get kind of shaky.
Androids. So I was escorted by androids when I was in the battle site program, and if I didn't use my abilities how they liked, then they would hurt me.
How long does your emotion thing last, by the way?
I think you just give me. It's going to be affected by the distance from you to the person. So probably after you walked away, it fades out. Okay. Maybe like 50 feet, but it's I'd say roll a 1d6 to determine how many minutes it lasts.
Would that be me or the
That'd be you.
Person? Okay. 1 minute.
It's kind of starting to wear off.
Okay, so I get this weird pang of, I don't know, I kind of care? What?
Right. Yes. Right. Look, Simon, you cannot be triple dosing. I can see how much is in your blood. It's not an accurate field test at this kind of level, Simon.
I just need a lot.
No, Simon, that's how addiction works. You do not need a lot. Okay. Perhaps cold turkey was a little hasty. You can take 2 doses, and in a few weeks, we'll bring that back down to 1. Because I still need my research, of course.
Okay, so no more 3 at a time.
No more 3 at a time. If you use 3 at a time, you will run out. I am going to designate doses for you, and if you run out, you will be going cold turkey. Do you know what your body would go through, Simon?